Got a great guest in studio now, Wendy Smith from the Port of Shelton, Executive Director. Hello, Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We have conversations weekly with the Port of Shelton about the properties they have and had at times at the Johns Prairie area and Sanderson Field. How are things going in the port these days?
Good. Yeah. We held our first meeting. It was due to be held on January 1st. So, of course, we changed that. But we had some scheduling conflicts for the second and third. So we had it on Friday, which was really strange for us. But we did our typical what officer is what. So who's the chairman, who's in. We left things the same.
Okay.
So Dick Taylor will remain chairman. Christy Buck is our vice chair. And then Sue Patterson is our treasurer. So things remain the same.
I know there are certain municipalities and county governments that change every year, but what's it to be said of keeping it the status quo like that?
You know, for me as staff, it's actually somewhat helpful in terms of the treasurer. Actually, we are our own treasurer. We don't bank with Mason County as many local entities do. So that being said, we actually sign our own checks, that kind of thing. So it becomes a little bit more difficult if you change every year. You have to do a new signature card, get the signers on the checking account, that kind of thing, because our treasurer is a signer on the account. So other than that, nothing, but it's kind of nice for them. They're kind of in their routine, know what to do. We did switch a few things up on, I guess we added, so they did their committees. They don't have to vote on that, but Dick Taylor has been the PRTPO, what is it? I don't even know. It's a regional transportation policy, goes through the state and it's changing. So I don't know what I don't remember what that stands for, but there's a member from every entity and they look at various road projects and he's going to remain, but instead of me being the alternate, Sue's going to take the alternate spot, as well as Commissioner Patterson did want to get involved more in opportunity zones. And so we're going to look into that, and then I think she's going to involve herself more in the chamber.
Very
so
nice.
Yeah, a few more things that the port can be involved in. So.
All great folks over there at the port. Fun to talk with. Big year last year. You got some of those curb grants coming through. You guys sold the marina. What is ahead for this upcoming year?
Well, I'll tell you, just in line with the curb grant, our latest one that happened last year with Belco, a partnership grant, we actually just went out late in the year for an RFQ for request for qualifications for architectural and engineering services. We had many qualified firms. I can't remember the exact, it was like 6 or 7 of them turn in, picked the top 2. We rated them, 3 staff, myself included, rated those companies, brought the top 2 back in for a walkthrough and further proposal. Have received those. We got them last Friday, and just I think either one are going to be fantastic. And I think they're both pretty local, either Olympia or Tacoma. Okay. So pretty local firms. That's to build a new building for Belco, and they've got some current needs like storage, that kind of thing. So probably a little bit more, but they'll design all that. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So moving ahead on that. The curb initial grant we got at 30 East Export, that building just is finalized. So finally all the walls are on and it looks beautiful. We're going to market the heck out of that thing. It needs to be a really large industrial user, but has a great space for someone that needs it. So that'll be fun. But
you guys had the chance to come up with any kind of goals or what you'd like to see by the end of the year? I know Dick Taylor has always got his 1,000 employee mark that he's trying to reach, and you're very close. I believe middle 800s or something like
I
that?
think we were like just right above 900 actually. Okay. So we're pretty close. Funny you should ask. We scheduled at our meeting. We scheduled our first retreat, and so that'll happen. The port's going to look a little bit different, not having the marina that hasn't completely closed yet. It's obviously at title, so we're still ironing that out. But yes, we're going to have a retreat on January 25th. It's a Friday. We're going to hold that off-site and do an all-day retreat. We're going to hear from a gal from KeyBank Capital Markets. She will kind of give us a little half-hour rundown on what public bond issuing looks like in case we need to do that to build a potential project. We're looking at, and that's really what I'm looking for from the commission, is where do we go now? As you know, we've talked several times about consolidation of current tenants. We still have that need, and it continues to ever grow. And so as we keep talking about it, I think their needs grow further. So we need to look for where are the sources for money. We can't do it all, and start to get those buildings built. But that's what I need the commission to lay out as priorities. So.
What's the timeline on the marina going back to the yacht club?
It should be soon. The big issue now, I mean, it's at title, so they might be going through their own issues, but it looks like there's nothing super big. DNR. We have a port management agreement through DNR, and that's for the harbor area, but it does hit some of the boathouses and some of the docks. That is not allowed by private entities, but they can do an aquatics land lease. So it would be a different function, and it doesn't just transfer. It's not easy as just, hey, we don't have a port management agreement, now they have an aquatics lands lease. It's, you have to survey what we had and terminate that agreement and move on. So we're working through those details. If it's going to be, I think the question now is, should we leave our port management, or can we leave our port management agreement intact and then, work it some other way to make it quicker? Because the big issue for the yacht club is if they're going to do some of these projects, they need to get in the permitting now so they can get in the fish window that happens July 15th. So we're working on it. DNR's, working with us. It's funny how that works. So you have one person that deals solely with the port management agreements, and then one person that deals solely with the aquatics lands, and they don't really mesh, so neither one knows each other's timelines. And so we're just trying to find the best solution for now. So
just on the website, portofshelton.com, and are you guys going to get a new logo?
That's one of the things we'll probably talk about on the 25th. Yeah, I think we kind of have to.
We've hung our hats on the 3 different properties for so long here. Very nice. All right. Well, we look forward to a wonderful 2019. Port of Shelton always doing great community work with commitment to quality. Wendy Smith, good to see you.
You too.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.